Good morning, guys. Sorry we couldn't do our live video today, but today you're going to be picking up your work packets from school for the next few weeks. So I'm just going to do this recorded video for you and you can watch it later on today, okay? So we're just going to go over fractions again. Today I want to focus on equal parts and unequal parts, okay? So equal parts means that both parts are the exact same size, okay? That's what equal means. They're exactly the same. So on my circle, I have two parts that are exactly the same. Then on my triangle down here, I cut it down the middle. I have two parts that are equal. Down here, you notice I cut my rectangle into 4 pieces. Now, just because I put 4 pieces instead of 2 doesn't mean that they're not equal, because all 4 of those pieces inside my rectangle are the same size, so they are equal. So for a shape to have equal parts, it doesn't just have to have 2. It can have more than 2, okay? And same thing down here on my rectangle again. I cut 3 lines down the middle to make 4 equal parts, okay? Equal parts means both parts or all of the parts are the exact same size, okay? Now on unequal parts, unequal means they are not equal, okay? So I drew a circle and I cut my circle up here at the top. Now we can see that my top piece is a lot smaller than my bottom piece down here. So that means that they are not equal. They are not the same size. They are unequal. My triangle, I cut it across the top up here. Now I can see my top part is smaller than my bottom part, which means they're not equal. They are unequal. My rectangle, I did it across, which starts out to be equal parts, but then I came over here to the left side and I drew a line down. So now I have 2 small parts over here and 2 bigger parts over here. So that means that those are unequal. And then I drew a bigger rectangle down here. Again, I drew a line down the middle. So first that gave me 2 equal parts, but then I drew a line down towards the bottom all the way across. So I have 2 big parts up here and 2 smaller parts down there. So they are not the same size, which means they are unequal, okay? So that's equal parts and unequal parts. You are going to have to do some of this on your test tomorrow on Friday, okay? Then on the next page, on your test, there's going to be questions where it will ask you how many parts are shaded. Shaded means colored in, okay? Now, we went over halves and fourths on Tuesday. So you might see a question that looks like this on your test tomorrow. It'll have a shape, and they've cut the shape into equal parts, and they colored in part of it, okay? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces in my whole circle here, and they are all equal parts. What we want to know is how many parts are shaded. Well, we have 4 here, but how many are shaded? Just 1. So my answer would be 1/2. No, if it was 1/2, that would mean it'd be half the circle. That would mean up here would have to be colored as well. So it's not 1/2. 1/3. Well, if it was 1/3, that means there would have to be 3 pieces. Is there 3 pieces? No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one can't be it. 1/4. 1/4 means that there is 1 piece out of the 4 that are shaded. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and 1 of them is shaded. So 1/4. That would be our answer here. Okay? Then over here, you're going to see one that looks like this on your test. Again, it wants to know how many parts are shaded. How many parts are shaded? Okay? Well, first let's see. We have 2 parts. 2 equal parts, and 1 of those 2 are shaded. So let's see. 1/2. Is half of my square shaded in? Yes, I think that might be the answer. We'll put a dot by it. 1/3. Well, we know 1/3, that means there has to be 3 pieces. Are there 3 pieces? 1, 2. No, so it can't be 1/3. 1/4. We know a fourth means there are 4 total pieces. Okay? 1, 2. We don't have 4 pieces, so it can't be that one. So our answer is 1/2. Half of our square is shaded. Okay? Now, that's a little bit of review for your test tomorrow. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of what you're going to do today in your packet for Thursday. Okay, let me turn this around. Okay. All right, you have a paper that looks like this in your packet, okay? And what it wants you to do is to look at each set of shapes. So here's the set right here, 1, 2. And it wants us to color the shape that has equal shares, or that just means the same thing as equal parts. Equal parts means that both parts of the shape have to be the same size, okay? So I'm going to do the first one with you. This part, we have 2 pieces, and they look like they're the same size. So that one might be it. Let's look at this one. Oh, that one's much smaller. That part is much smaller than the bottom. So we know those are not equal. So it wants us to color the shape that has equal shares. So I'm going to shade in this shape here, okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as I know which one you colored, okay? So that's how you'll do that here. And I'm going to do the next one with you since there are 3 parts. So let's look at the first one. We have a small part there. This second part seems like it's a lot bigger. And this third one looks much smaller. Those don't look like they're equal parts. Let's look at the next one. We have 3 parts here and they all look the same. So that one has to be my answer. So I'm going to shade this one in as well. Okay, so that's how you'll do this today. And once you finish this, your mom or dad or whoever you're with, grandma, grandpa, they need to take a picture of this paper and send it to me because this paper is going to be a grade, okay? So as soon as you do it, have them take a picture of it and send it to me, okay? If y'all have any questions, let mom or dad know and they can call me or text me or get on Remind, however they need to get in contact with me and I can help you, okay? All right, y'all have a good rest of your day.